All right, guys, so maybe a week or so ago, we checked out the brand new Earfun Air Pro 4s, and we kind of came to the realization that you're getting a lot for your money. There's actually some very interesting features in those that you can't get in other under $100 earbuds. And today we're gonna check out their newest pair, which is the Air 2 NC. And this is a pair that right now, although it retails for $69, you can get it because it just is released. They have a sale and a coupon code or whatever, where you can get it down to $48. So this makes this a pair that you can pick up for under $50. And we're gonna see what all you're getting here. We're gonna see, how it kind of compares to the Air Pro 4s, see if it's worth saving about $20 with going with this pair over the Air Pro 4s, and see if it's worth your money. Now to start with, these are going to be available in two different colors, but as the time of release, it's only available in black. I do like the case and the earbud look overall. The case is a matte finish, so it doesn't really pick up fingerprints very easily. It is a Qi wireless charging case, which is nice because you could just drop it on any wireless charger and charge it that way. And the earbuds, and this is kind of the direction that all companies are going right now. It is a STEM style design. Although I'm not a huge fan of, I do understand why companies are doing this. They kind of stay in people's ears a little bit easier. The controls are easier to access. You don't feel like you're really jamming the earbud into your ear. So I get it. I'm just kind of missing a lot of just regular earbud style earbuds. But this pair does use touch controls, and I am happy to say that you get control over everything out of the box. Now, some other interesting features about this pair is it does have hybrid active noise canceling. It is using 11mm wool composite dynamic drivers, which actually is slightly larger than the drivers being used in the Air Pro 4s. This pair is also high-res wireless certified because it has LDAC playback, so you're getting some of the best Bluetooth quality that you can get. And this pair also has a gaming mode, or basically like a mode that you would switch into if you're going to be gaming or watching movies or TV shows. And this way you just don't have to worry about any kind of lag. Now this pair also is using Bluetooth 5.3, so it doesn't have the 5.4 that the Air Pro 4s have, but you're still getting multi-point connection so that you can connect to more than one device at a time. And two features that are on the Pro 4s that the Air 2 NC doesn't have is this pair is not compatible with Snapdragon sound, and it also doesn't have that Auracast feature. So if you're looking for those features, you're going to want to go up to the Air Pro 4, but also keep in mind you're going to need a device that is compatible with Snapdragon sound and with Auracast. It's not something that's just available on everything. So you do want to keep that in mind if you're looking at both of these earbuds. Now this pair does work with Earfun's app where you can keep these updated. There are some EQ options in here that are pre-built, but you can customize the EQ settings the way that you want. Another feature that it shares with the Pro 4 is it does have the listening test that you can go through, so it can kind of just make its own EQ setting based off what it thinks that you will like. But one feature that the Air 2 NC does have that the Pro 4 doesn't have is it has a theater mode, which essentially is just a spatial audio mode. Again, I don't like this for music, but I do like it for movies and TV shows. I do feel like it kind of opens things up a little bit more. It doesn't sound as artificial as it does with music. So that's kind of nice that this pair has this. And also within the app, you could switch around controls if you want to. There's a Find My Earbuds feature, which always kind of comes in handy. There's also some relaxing sounds built into the app. So if you want to listen to like rainfall or the sound of a fire or white noise or anything like that to kind of help you sleep, it's nice that these are already in this. And then another thing within the app is your ability to switch around the different noise canceling modes. Again, this is a feature that is in the Pro 4, but the difference here is the Air 2 NC is using their Quiet Smart 2.0, where the Pro 4 is using 3.0, so it's newer technology in the Pro 4s, but you're still getting kind of the similar experience. You're getting regular noise canceling, you're getting hybrid noise canceling that can just kind of detect the fit that you have and some of the sounds that are going on around you and just kind of adjust that way. There's a wind reduction or wind noise canceling mode, where if you're outdoors on a windy day, this will kind of help keep the wind from affecting your audio. And the noise canceling overall is really good, especially if you're looking at these as an under $50 pair of earbuds. It's not going to block out talking or car horns or anything that has like a higher pitch tone that well. But when it comes to engine noises or AC units, anything again that has that lower tone, this pair does a really good job of blocking that out. I would say this is one of the better noise canceling pairs that you can pick up for under 50 bucks. And the same thing with the awareness mode or transparency mode. If you need to hear things around you, this pair does a good job with this. It doesn't sound like overly artificial. It doesn't sound like too emphasized where it's just too much. And you can definitely carry on a conversation without ever having to take these out. Now, if you are going to use these outdoors, it comes in with an IPX5 rating, which means, rain, splashes, sweat, things like that, it's fine against. This is still just one of those pairs you don't want to submerge into water. Now, as far as what all they've included in the box, you get 4 sets of silicone ear tips. You do get a tiny USB-C cable to charge these, but like I said at the beginning of the video, the case on these is a Qi wireless charging case, so you don't have to use that USB-C cable. And the battery life overall is pretty good. It's not as good as the Pro 4s, but with this pair, if you use them with the noise canceling off, you can get about 9 hours on the earbuds, with about 40 hours using the case. Now the Pro 4s will give you 11 hours on the earbuds and about 52 hours using the case. Now with the Air 2 NC, if you're gonna use them in LDAC mode, that's gonna cut your battery life down almost in half. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna use LDAC, you're gonna use noise canceling, your battery life is going to drain quite a bit. But just like the Pro 4s, these also have fast charging, where a 10-minute charge will get you about 2 hours of use. I always like this. I like that they have this feature because I, again, don't always make sure that my earbuds are charged. If I'm heading out the door, realize that my earbuds are dead, it's nice to know that 10 minutes is going to give me that 2 hours. Now, if you're going to use this pair for taking phone calls, it is using 4 of the 6 microphones total during phone calls. It's also using that AI algorithm, basically like environmental noise canceling, to try to block out a lot of your surroundings. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with the sound quality from these mics. But you guys can be a judge by listening to a test here. So I'm outside on a pretty windy day with these earbuds. I wanted to do this to kind of give you an idea, like if you were out and about on a windy day, like how well the mics would try to block this out. So this is just to give you an idea of what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So now let's talk about the sound. And I feel like the sound is where it's going to separate who each of these earbuds are for. Now they both obviously have a dynamic tuning. They're very consumer friendly when it comes to their sound signature, but that's something that Earfun has always done. But what really separates these two is not just because the Air 2 NC has a slightly larger driver, and maybe it does, because what it's doing is it's giving you more punch in the low end than what the Pro 4s have. It feels like it's giving you a slightly more subwoofer or loose type bass than what the Pro 4 has. I would say if you look at the sound signature or the way that they're compared overall, if you like a slightly more cleaner, refined sound, I would kind of point you in the direction of the Pro 4s. Again, if you're a bass head and you just want that little bit more punch in the bass, I would point you in the direction of the Air 2 NC. And the bass on these is actually affecting the mids and the treble. I would say that the mids are pulled slightly back compared to the Pro 4s. It doesn't get muddy, it doesn't like get congested or anything like that. It just doesn't sound as forward as it does in the Pro 4s. Same thing with the treble. I feel like it kind of warms up the treble a little bit on the Air 2 NCs. And although I feel like it's still bright and pulling out a lot of details, I don't feel like it's as bright or as detailed as the Pro 4s. But again, we are talking about, roughly a $20 difference, and it's just a little bit different tuning. Some people are gonna prefer not as bright of a sound, and they're gonna want a little bit more out of their low end, so you have the Air 2 NCs for that, but there's gonna be people that like things cleaned up a little bit brighter, a little bit more detailed, and that's where you can go with the Pro 4s. When it comes to the sound stage and the sound imaging, the bass also affects this. It doesn't sound as wide as the Pro 4s. I would say it kind of leaves me in a medium to almost large size room, and being able to tell where sounds are coming from, this pair has no issues with. So my overall opinion is this: if you're looking at any pair of earbuds under $50, This pair does not disappoint when it comes to features. I mean, the only thing that I could really think that this pair doesn't have as far as like a standard feature in a lot of earbuds is it doesn't have the smart sensors. So if you're used to taking an earbud out and having your music pause and then just go back to what you're listening to when you put it back in, the Air 2 NC doesn't do that. But outside of that, you're getting wireless charging, you're getting LDAC playback, you're getting a gaming mode, you're getting really good battery life. And if you watch a lot of movies, TV shows, you have that theater mode to kind of open things up a little bit. And the sound quality and the battery life and everything that you're getting is gonna be really hard to match under $50. So I would say that the Pro 4 is one of the best that you can get from like an overall package under $100. And I would throw the Air 2 NC as one of the best that you can get right now for under $50. Now, obviously that's because these are on sale. They'll go off sale, but Earfun always just kind of goes on sale, off sale. So you'll be able to catch these again for under $50. And I think this is gonna be really hard to find something that can compete with these head to head in that price category. So yeah, this is an easy one to recommend. But guys, that wraps up my video on the brand new Earfun Air 2 NC. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.